Hello everyone, Tammy here. Welcome to my channel. To excuse me. Today, oh, I have to take a drink of water. Hang on. Okay, today I am doing Tarot Tuesday, and I'm hoping to make this a regular thing. Um, I decided to pull out my book, Tarot for Yourself, by Mary K. Greer. It's a workbook for the inward journey, and I'm hoping to do a weekly segment from this book. So if you all are interested and you would like to play along, and yeah, let me know. I think it'll be really fun. The first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to figure out what your card of the year is, and moving forward, I'll do things like your soul card, your personality card, your zodiac card, all of that kind of stuff. Just kind of following along. I'm not going to do every single thing in the book because I don't think that's fair to the author. Um, and I also encourage you to uh, purchase this book or check it out from the library and look at it yourself. The Hay House website almost always has this book on sale for like a really good price. And so you should be able to find it for a very decent price, under $20, maybe even under $15. So just keep your eye out if you're interested. So first, what I want to do is go through the decks that I'm going to be using. So the first one is the Rider-Waite deck. Um, this is this is my working deck. I keep notes on it, and I probably will write notes on it um, as we go along. So, or write notes on the cards. And I'm not going to follow like each. I'm not going to go 0, 1, 2. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to follow along with the book. So this is the main deck. And then I have another deck. And these are just the decks I'm going to play with now. I might change up these other two decks as time goes on. But what I'm trying to do is show you different types of decks. So this is the Mystic Fairy Tarot by Linda Ravenscroft. I just picked this because it's happy and it feels gentle, and that's kind of the space that I'm in. And so, and it follows pretty closely the Rider-Waite. Um, it's not exact, but we're going to look at the picture and the symbolisms in the card, whatever my card of the year is, and go from there. And then this one is not like the Rider-Waite. Yes, I can talk. Where's the Smith-Waite deck? Yeah, it's a Rider-Waite tarot. I knew that was right. I just didn't sound right. So this one is different. We will also look at the symbolism of this deck. This deck I have not worked with. I have not. I think I showed it with you in a share, maybe in the fall. I got this not this past year for Christmas, but I got it in 2023. It is the Green Witch Tarot, and it comes with a nice, big, substantial book. So I'm going to try, I am going to compare the symbolisms between the Rider-Waite original and then this Rider-Waite inspired deck. So we will look at them and see how they're the same and how they're different. I really like this deck. It's really pretty. I do basically consider, I mean, I consider myself a green witch for sure. Nature. I'm all about loving Mother Earth and nature and the humans on this earth and taking care of, you know, the naturalness of the earth, and the people that live on it. I'm all about that. So I was really drawn to this deck, um, and the images when I looked at it online. So, and then my husband got it for me for Christmas. Okay, so this is what we have. So I have to blow my nose real quick. So what I showed you um, the tarot for yourself. I'm also playing around with this book, um, Guided Tarot. I will want to read some things out of here. I feel it's always good to have more than one resource. So I have this, and then this. I don't know if I'm actually going to use this or share it, but I pulled it out anyway because it's fun. It's Tarot by Design workbook, and it's color and learn your way through the cards. So it's kind of fun. So I'll probably I'll probably play around with this. Um, and I want to try to kind of concentrate on one card a week. So it'll take us about a year and a half to get through the whole deck. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how Mary Kay Greer in her book Tarot for Yourself, how she uses the minor arcana, but the major, which is the Fool, it'll be at least 20 some weeks, I think. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to share with you everything I'm using. Um, and these books will be in the description, and if I add something, um, I will definitely let you know. And then I have some stickers, so I'm going to use these in my notebook. So I have my Wonder Woman journal that I adore, and we're going to start. So let's I don't want to hold the book open. I don't want like copyright and all that stuff. So I'm going to kind of talk you through the things, and how I do it. And I am following along with the book. So like I said, if you would like to um, get a book, I highly recommend that you do. Okay, so this is going to be our year, or my card for the year. Okay, I want to make sure I have everything in the shot. Okay, there we go. So, to figure your year card, I'm calling it, I'm going to call it Card of the Year. And that's kind of the heading that I'm going to use here. Card of the Year. And in order to figure out what your card of the year is, you're going to take, so first of all, the card of the year represents lessons, experiences, and things like that you might go throughout this year. And yeah, normally I'd want to do this in January, but I had a very slow start to the year, and I am honoring, I'm just honoring my timeline, my time clock, and trying not to be hung up on, um, you know, the timing of what other people say should be. So this is when I'm doing my card of the year. So what we're looking at is 2025 possible. I always say this because, you just never know. Possible lessons, journeys, experiences, that I might go through. Okay, so then there is a formula. So you take your birth date. So the month, I am December, so that is 12. And then you put the day, which for me is the 8th, and then current year. And that is, I'm going to do it backwards so these all line up. 2025. Okay, so then you add these up. So you have 15, and then you have 4, 0, 2. And then you add these together, and that equals 9, 11. So 11, was that what that equals? 9, 10, 11. Yep. So the number 11 card. Okay, so my card is 11. But I'm also going to take 2 out, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So 11 is Justice. And the reason why I took the 2 out, I don't think she talks about this in the book. She might, but I'm going to do this because my intuition is telling me to do this. I am then breaking this down further to equal 2. So, and that's just me. I'm adding this on, and with the tarot, kind of anything goes. Especially if you're trying to do it intuitively like I am, although I'm still trying to learn. So I'm kind of using both ways. So I have Justice for my year card. It's Justice. With the High Priestess. I'm just saying Justice with the High Priestess. Justice is the major, the overriding card, but it's going to work in tandem with the High Priestess. So let's look at the imagery here. Okay, so we have Justice sitting on, a throne. There are 2 pillars on either side. A sword with the sword pointing up and the hand kind of pointing up with the thumb up at the top. And the scales of justice in what would be left hand. This is in right hand. This is in left hand. Kind of pointing down. So you have this going down this way, and you have the sword going up that way. The judge, if you want to call him that, her, I'm going to go with her because I'm a female. And then she's wearing robes of red, and then she has on a cape, a green cape. Okay. So that's, and then with like a drape hung between the 2 pillars behind her, and again with the crown. So then let's look at the fairy and see what this Justice looks like. Okay. So here we have a woman. Again, she's sitting on like a stone throne. She has a sword pointing up, and it is in her right hand. And in her left hand, which is crossed over her right, she has the scales, which are pointing down. I like that she's sitting on a pillow because this looks like a hard, cold stone um, um, seat. And she has on a crown of greenery with some berries. I find it extremely interesting that she is blindfolded. So I will read the little booklet and see if it talks about her being blindfolded. So then let's look at the Green Witch Tarot. So we need to find number 11. Okay, interesting. So this is not a person. It's a standing stone. Okay. So I don't see a sword in this. Oh, maybe is this a sword maybe? No, I don't think so. So the first difference is we don't have a person. So I kind of like that because I feel like people, I mean, I know we have the courts and all of that, but should people necessarily be judging people? I don't know. Rhetorical question, just throwing it out there. Um, so this is the standing stone, it says. It does have these 3 spirals. Not sure what that means. And it does have the scales of justice. And this says harm none. So that is the mantra of the Green Witch, which is harm none. And this standing stone looks like in the middle of a forest. It's in the middle of a ring, which this could be considered a crown to me. And this is interesting. There's a little spider, a web with a little spider in it, and then these very pretty daisies. So I would have to look up the meaning of daisy and probably of spider to then dig deep into this card, which I plan to do. So this deck we can obviously see is very different from the original Rider-Waite and then the Rider-Waite inspired. So now we go and we look at, so I'm going to read the little booklet from the Rider-Waite, which is pretty minimalistic. I can tell you that right now. So justice. So we have equity. So I'm going to get a pen. Hang on. I need a pen that's going to be permanent, but that is fine line. I have this Sharpie. Oh, it's not super fine, but I'm going to use it because it's paint and I know it'll dry. So we have equity, okay, rightness, probability, no, probity, executive, Okay. So that is, and that's all it says in here. So we'll put this one back, and then we'll look at the booklet for, where is it? Did this one not come with the booklet? Oh no, it's in here. Okay. Okay, this one has a little more words. It says, the fairy wishes you to understand your power and your responsibility. If you are wondering why you are facing a situation, look to your past actions. If you can see how you brought yourself to this place, you can perhaps find a way to balance your karma. If you are facing a decision of how to behave in a situation, consider future ramifications. Choose your actions wisely and carefully. Make a bed you will be happy to sleep in. It's interesting because it doesn't say anything about the blindfold. And this one for this deck, I'm actually not going to read it because I'm going to focus on this deck separately from kind of what I'm doing here. But I think it's important to show how tarot decks are all different. And so I'll keep showing the card. I'm not going to dig in unless I decide to a little bit later. So this is interesting. I like the idea of, especially since it's for the card of the year, kind of reviewing past actions and, spending time trying to figure out how to balance anything that needs to be balanced that was not balanced in the past. So that's interesting. That gives me something to think about. And then in her book, let's see what she has to say. This book is kind of cool because it talks about the card, but then it also has at the end an affirmation. And so I'm not going to read the whole description, but I am going to say, read. So she has questions to answer. What decisions are you weighing? What are the pros and cons? What consequences are you experiencing as a result of some previous action? What is the appropriate compensation or energy exchange? I really like that. Needed to balance the situation. What do you need to do to be true to yourself? And then the affirmation is, I am willing to be true to myself in all my decisions. So that's really, I'm going to actually write that down in my book. To have that in there. Actually, and I'm also going to put the Justice card right here. Card of the year 2025. Possible lessons, journeys, experiences that I might go through. So it sounds like it should kind of be a little bit of a reflective year on past, not behavior, past habits, past decisions and things that I have made in the past that might be weighing heavily. So that's something to think about. So then the affirmation is I am willing to be true to myself in all my decisions. Decisions. How do I spell decisions? Okay. Okay, so I'm also going to look in the guided tarot. This is by Stephanie Caponi. I really liked this book when I was doing my tarot work before. So it gives you kind of a general overview of the card, and they have some keywords: truth and balance. In numerology, it has 1 + 1 = 2. It's connected to the High Priestess, so that was my instinct going to work there. And astrologically, it's connected to Libra, and that is the balancing of the scales. So in a general reading, the book has general reading, love and romance, career and money, personal and spiritual, and reversed. So I'm just going to read the general and the personal and spiritual, and see what it says here. So it has: justice asks you to use logic and remain objective, as this will help you uncover the truth within each situation. She indicates that positive outcomes in legal matters or unsettled interpersonal issues are inevitable. All you need to do is stay true to yourself and act with integrity. Have faith that imbalanced situations are now working out in your favor. And then in the personal spiritual, the Justice card signifies reconciling. Okay, I can't talk or read. Reconciling the past, finding balance, alignment, and harmony within, and fulfilling karmic contracts. In a reading about your inner life, it points towards restoring balance within the spiritual world. That is very powerful to me, and that's kind of where I am. I mean, since I've battled cancer for the past year and a half and have come out a winner and am currently cancer free, there are a few things that I have done in my past that I know have contributed, even though my surgeon scoffed at me and said that stress and anxiety do not cause cancer. I believe that they do. And so I believe that I can have a different attitude about things that happen to me daily. I can react to those differently, and I've already noticed myself doing that. So it's very appropriate that this is my card of the year. I do want to look at the High Priestess in these decks. We won't dig in as much, but I do want to look at them and do a comparison. Okay. Okay, so on the Rider-Waite, we have, so I've already looked at this card. This is one of my major cards. Like, I can't remember which one, if it's my soul card or it's one of my cards, and we'll get to that in the upcoming weeks. I'm very drawn to the High Priestess card. So it's the keywords are intuition, self-knowledge, the moon. And speaking of the moon, I'm actually recording this a week ahead of when you guys will see this. Um, for doing the Tarot Tuesdays, I feel like that's going to be my best way to actually get them done, is to film ahead. But the moon, I think it was a full moon this morning, and it was stunningly beautiful over the mountains. And I do like to watch the moon, and I do like to be connected to the different phases. So that's interesting. And then emotions. And so it's interesting that they're both sitting on what looks like kind of a stone piece. And they are both between two pillars. The high priestess, is also wearing a crown with the full moon, which I really like. She has on robes and a cape. Hers are blue. There's a moon right here at her feet. She has the Torah. So the tarot has a lot of roots in Jewish religion, which I find very interesting, and a little bit in kind of sort of Christianity too. So it's very fascinating. And then these are persimmons, I believe. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So I find that interesting. And then it looks like behind her, this is a garden. So where here we have a drape that you cannot see what's behind Justice. There's no drape here, and you can see that she is in a garden. So yeah, so that's really interesting. And then if we look at the fairy, so again, she is also sitting on a stone bench. I like these two like legs. They remind me of the pillars. So I would say that those are in there. And then she also has a crown with like a round circle in there that could be the moon. She's holding a crystal, like a glass ball, also could be the moon. She's also sitting amongst a garden with, are these oaks? Are these acorns? I think they're acorns. We don't really have oak trees here, so I'm not familiar with but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And then her headdress, her crown with it has some greenery and some berries, but with the feathers. Oh, I just think that is stunning. Very, very pretty. And she looks like she's praying, which I also really like. And then the Green Witch. So here you have the High Priestess. So the moon is here, and that's the same. And she does have a crown type of adornment on her head. She is putting some flowers into this cauldron here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 flowers, just like there are 7 persimmons. I don't think there's 7 acorns. 1, 2. I only see 3. Not sure if I'm missing 7. No. Interesting. And then what I would think normally of, like, if there was just 2, that these would be the 2 pillars, but there's actually 4. Well, there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's interesting too. So that the 7's coming up here twice. And I'll read about both of these cards, Justice and the High Priestess, when I'm done filming. But She is, yeah, she is creating something. She might be making like a healing concoction. I'm not sure what that might be, but there's this forest behind her. It's very beautiful with the glowing moon. There is a black cat right here, which is really cool. And there we go. So that is my card of the year. So I would be curious of the, I know that not, some of you will not watch these at all, and I'm totally fine with that. This tarot is not for everyone. But I would love to, for those that are playing along, I'd love to hear what your card of the year is. And if you can relate to what came up like I can, after reading some interpretations, I do have a hard time. If I was really reading intuitively, I would be able to look at the card and maybe figure out the stuff. I'm not there yet, and I'm not sure that I will be. And it might be that the things I'm seeing should be interpreted by me in whatever way I choose, and not worry what the rules of the cards are. And that's the hurdle that I personally need to get over when studying the tarot and playing around with them and learning the meanings. I think I need to focus more on what my thoughts are, as opposed to what each author of each deck. Although these people that make these decks, um, they take a lot of time to do the art, to write up so much goes into making a tarot deck. So I don't want to totally dismiss what the creator of the deck has meant for the card to mean. But I also don't want it to be the only interpretation that I follow. I want to take in all the information and then see where that sets with me. And I feel like that's a good place to stop the video. So I hope you'll join me. For those that are interested, and those that are not, I totally understand that you're not watching, and I'm totally fine with that. I have no no problems with that at all. And I hope you have a great day. I hope those of you that like Tarot Tuesday are excited that this is back. I'm excited that it's back and that I'm doing it again. I'm excited that I have found something that I was having trouble before, going week to week, trying to figure out what to do for Tarot Tuesday. Now I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow along in the book. I'm not going to share everything that's in the book, because I do believe that you should support the artist or the author and the creator if you can. And I will give you little tidbits, and then you can follow up yourself. So have a great day, everyone. Be good to yourself and be kind to each other, and harm none. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.